Face ID isn't immune to the same fate. Let's rewind a bit. When Face ID debuted, it was revolutionary, using a complex array of sensors and infrared dots to create a detailed 3D map of your face. It was hailed as a significant leap forward from fingerprint scanners. It was secure, convenient, mostly, and undeniably cool. But technology never stands still, does it? By 2026, the arms race between security measures and those trying to bypass them will have intensified, and relying solely on a biometric that fundamentally depends on a physical, external feature might feel increasingly risky. Japanese ATMs already use vein authentication for high-security banking, and iris scanning? Airports are testing it for passenger identity verification. These aren't just ideas, they're working in the real world, waiting for mass adoption. The metaverse, whatever its final form, is rapidly evolving. In immersive AR and VR environments, constantly needing to expose your full face for authentication could be disruptive and inconvenient. Imagine wearing AR glasses and having to repeatedly take them off to unlock applications or verify transactions. The year is 2026. You pick up your phone, ready to connect with the world. But something's wrong. That familiar scan, that confident glance, it's not working. Your phone, the one that knows your face, is stubbornly locked. What's going on? Remember when Face ID felt like the pinnacle of futuristic security? A seamless, magical way to unlock your device, verify payments? Well, hold on to your hats, because I'm here to tell you why, by the year 2026, Face ID as we know it might just be useless. Sorry if the word useless sounds hard, but that's just the best way to describe it. Now, before you brand me a tech heretic, hear me out. This isn't about Apple suddenly abandoning Face ID. It's just that technology is constantly improving. New security threats and smarter authentication methods are changing the game. And history shows this cycle well. Swipe to unlock gave way to passcodes, passcodes to fingerprints, and fingerprints to Face ID. Each upgrade felt permanent until it wasn't. Face ID isn't immune to the same fate. Let's rewind a bit. When Face ID debuted, it was revolutionary, using a complex array of sensors and infrared dots to create a detailed 3D map of your face. It was hailed as a significant leap forward from fingerprint scanners. It was secure, convenient, mostly, and undeniably cool. But technology never stands still, does it? And while Face ID has seen improvements over the years, several factors are converging that could render it increasingly obsolete by 2026. Remember the initial hiccups with Face ID being potentially fooled by sophisticated masks. While security has tightened, the fundamental vulnerability to advanced spoofing techniques remains a concern. As AI and 3D printing technologies become even more sophisticated and accessible, creating realistic masks or even manipulating digital facial data in real time could become a more viable threat. Deepfake technology is already scarily good at replicating faces and videos. Combine that with AI-driven voice cloning and hyper-realistic 3D printing, and suddenly a hacker doesn't need you, just enough of your digital footprint to break into your phone. By 2026, the arms race between security measures and those trying to bypass them will have intensified, and relying solely on a biometric that fundamentally depends on a physical, external feature might feel increasingly risky. Think about it like this. Your face is public. You post selfies online, appear in work video calls, get caught on CCTV. Unlike a password, you can't change your face if it gets compromised. That makes it a weak foundation for the next generation of security. Fingerprint scanners are making a huge comeback, and this time, they're under the display. This technology has matured significantly, offering both convenience and a high level of security. Imagine a phone with a full-screen display, no notches or punch-hole cameras, and a secure fingerprint sensor virtually anywhere you touch the screen. But it doesn't stop there. Companies are actively exploring even more advanced biometric authentication methods. Think about vein mapping, which scans the unique patterns of veins in your hand or finger, incredibly difficult to spoof. Or even advancements in iris scanning that could be more robust and less susceptible to environmental factors than current facial recognition. Japanese ATMs already use vein authentication for high-security banking, and iris scanning? Airports are testing it for passenger identity verification. These aren't just ideas, they're working in the real world, waiting for mass adoption. By 2026, these alternative biometrics could offer a superior combination of security and convenience, making the need to hold your phone up to your face feel a bit old-fashioned. The metaverse, whatever its final form, is rapidly evolving. In immersive AR and VR environments, constantly needing to expose your full face for authentication could be disruptive and inconvenient. Imagine wearing AR glasses and having to repeatedly take them off to unlock applications or verify transactions. In these more integrated digital spaces, authentication methods that are less reliant on a constantly visible face, like subtle hand gestures, voice recognition paired with other biometrics, or even brainwave authentication, could become far more practical and seamless. That's right, brainwave authentication is already being researched. The way your neurons fire in response to stimuli is as unique as your fingerprint. Imagine logging into apps just by thinking. It sounds wild, but researchers are closer than you think. Let's not forget the ever-increasing scrutiny surrounding facial recognition technology. Concerns about mass surveillance, data privacy, and the potential for misuse are growing. Governments and regulatory bodies around the world are likely to implement stricter rules regarding the collection and use of facial biometric data. This increased regulation could make it more challenging for companies to rely heavily on facial recognition as a primary authentication method, potentially pushing them towards more privacy-preserving alternatives. For example, in Europe, strict GDPR rules already limit how biometric data can be stored. By 2026, we could see entire regions banning facial recognition for everyday use, forcing phone makers to pivot to safer, less controversial methods. This is where things get really interesting. Imagine a future where your device doesn't just rely on a single biometric check. Instead, it continuously learns your behavior, how you type, how you hold your phone, your typical locations, the time of day you usually access certain apps. This behavioral biometrics, combined with contextual factors like your location or connected devices, could create a much more nuanced and secure authentication system. Your phone would essentially know it's you based on a multitude of subtle cues, making a static facial scan less critical. Think about it this way: if your phone recognizes your typing pattern, your usual walking gait, and that you're at your home Wi-Fi network, does it really need to scan your face every single time? This layered approach could offer a higher level of security with less intrusive methods. Some companies are already experimenting with this. Banking apps, for example, are testing continuous authentication. So even after you log in, the system keeps checking your behavior in the background. That way, if someone else grabs your phone, the app instantly knows it's not you. Now, I'm not saying Face ID will vanish completely by 2026. It might still exist as a secondary or supplementary authentication method. But as the threat landscape evolves and new, more secure, convenient, and privacy-respecting technologies emerge, its reign as the king of smartphone security could very well be coming to an end. Just like fingerprint scanners didn't disappear but shifted into backup roles, Face ID might live on, but not as the star. The future belongs to authentication methods that are smarter, invisible, and harder to trick. What do you think? Are you excited about the potential of under-display fingerprint scanners, vein mapping, or even behavioral biometrics? Let me know your predictions and thoughts in the comments below. I'm always fascinated to hear your take on the future of technology. If you found this video intriguing, give it video a thumbs up. And if you want to stay ahead of the curve on all things tech, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Tileris is focused on protecting your digital present. We offer cutting-edge AI-powered solutions to safeguard your business from cyber threats, ensuring your data remains secure no matter what the future holds. You can also request a free consultation with our experts. They're ready to guide you in building a resilient security strategy. Or if you're curious to see Tileris AI agent in action, go ahead and request a demo through our contact form. We're committed to helping you establish that unshakable digital fortress. All the relevant links are waiting for you in the description below. Thanks for watching. Keep questioning, keep exploring, and I'll see you in the next video.